Today on the podcast, we are featuring the Bristol-based alt-rock band Pollyanna Blue. Learn more about them and listen to their track Strong Enough.
Welcome to the Eat, Sleep, Breathe Music podcast, where we talk all things music. I'm your host, Jeanette Kimsel, blogger and music enthusiast. Let's get started with today's episode.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Eat, Sleep, Breathe Music podcast. I'm your host, Jeanette Kimsel. For those of you just joining us, this is the podcast where I talk about different musicians and how their music affects me, and then I play a track of theirs for you to listen to. So you can check it out, form your own opinion as well, and if you're so inclined to share your opinion, I'll have details where you can leave your comments at the end of the show. So it's been a minute since I had put out an episode, and I don't know what happened over the last year. I think the last episode I put out was in May, and I think I just got lazy with the summer. I don't know what happened. Summer comes around and I want to be outside. And then, every time I went to go podcast, I just didn't have nothing to say. So, it was just, I don't know, it was kind of silly, but, I hadn't really been listening to a lot of music. We were going to a lot of concerts, but lately all I've been doing is just listening to podcast episodes. I don't know, I'm obsessed with rewatch podcast episodes, and I have a slew of them on my, iPhone, and I just keep listening. And I think that also may be the problem. I'm not listening to anything. So basically, I am not getting any inspiration of bands to talk about, or, I'm not getting any inspiration from music and wanting to talk about different artists. And I think also the key is to batch produce, because if you have a bunch of podcasts lined up, ready to go, then you can just keep putting them out and you have episodes. And I don't know if I just need to have a better system, or maybe I need to scale back and not feel like I have to put out an episode every week. I know a lot of people who have done podcast episodes where they were putting out every week, and then things just got too busy. So then they went to every other week schedule, and it seemed to be a lot more manageable. So that's something I have to think about. And I don't know, this is a whole big tangent and you probably don't even care. So you can fast forward through this part if you want, but that's basically where I've been. I've kind of just been trying to catch up with things. I had a good summer, had a good holiday. Things are good. I hope everyone is doing well. And I'm excited to share this band that I came across with you all today. And I had heard about them at the end of January, but as I've gotten busy with other projects, it was kind of put to the back burner until now. But when I listened to them, I was really instantly smitten with their music, and I knew I wanted to do some kind of feature, but then I got caught up with life and my job, and I just was not able to podcast as soon as I wanted. But however, that's okay, because as they say, hopefully better late than never, right? So this band and song is also very fitting, because as I record this today, it is International Women's Day, and I'm so excited to see so many female artists out there rocking it. So it's just really exciting to have female-fronted artists to promote. And if you're looking for some other fierce female artists, you should check out the last podcast episode I did where I interviewed Allison Greenfield, aka Allie G, and she's doing a lot of really cool stuff, and you can take a listen to that, and I'll leave a link to it in the show notes as well. But back to the matter at hand, music. So as I said, today I'm chatting about the Bristol-based group Pollyanna Blue, and this group was introduced to me as I had gotten an email about them, and I wanted to feature them for a while. It's just, I didn't get to do it until today. This three-piece band consists of Zoe Collins on guitar and vocals, Rich Earle on bass and vocals, and Neil Loftus on drums. Please forgive me if I am pronouncing any of these names incorrectly. The group came together back in the summer of 2019, and their name comes from the inspiration of this self-help book that is entitled Feel the Fear and Do It Away. The book talks about the nickname Pollyanna given to someone who is deemed overly optimistic. And then basically what they had said was that they take this optimism coupled with the tumultuous emotions that life can throw at you, creates the whole concept of their music. It seems to be a juxtaposition of the light and dark that can be experienced daily. Perhaps even, and this is something, I don't know if this is correct, but I was also looking at the name and seeing the word blue, and I was curious if that feeling blue, that blue feeling. I don't know if this is where the name comes from, but I was thinking that, it's also kind of interesting that they added that, because, the whole phrase feeling blue kind of describes a state of emotional sadness or melancholy. And while tumultuous may not be the most accurate way to describe feeling blue, there are times, when sadness can cause an emotional turbulence. So I just thought it was interesting that they had added the term blue at the end of their name. So the song Strong Enough is off the band's debut studio EP entitled Trials and Tribulations. And this came out last June 2023. It's a compilation of 4 tracks, including previously released singles Savior and Haunted, the follow-up to their April 2023 single Stray. For me, what initially draws me in is music. I tend to be a little bit of a superficial listener. The music is what gets my attention, and I would say that definitely happened with Strong Enough. The first few beats of that song, I was just totally digging the vibe, and it was hook, line, and sinker. Just 3 seconds in, and there's these curious, soft, ominous guitar strums. And this goes on for about 11 seconds. And then there's silence for about 6 seconds, and you're just waiting for what's to come next. It seems like an eternity because you're just like, wait, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? And then the guitars start to zing, zing, zing. And then at 18 seconds, you're hit with the hauntingly beautiful vocals of Collins, and the guitars just continue to strum a little bit louder in the background.
Sick and tired, tear me apart, then get rewired, no matter what the cost.
Before I go any further into discussing the music, I want to dive into the lyrics for a moment. Maybe it's just that I've listened to the song a lot. The music just seems deeper, and I think it's because once you get into the song's lyrics, you can hear the message of resilience and strength when facing, tough challenges in life. And this is the Pollyanna moment. It's where you're looking on the bright side and believing in yourself. You feel like you can forge ahead and be strong enough to get through the other side. So the lyrics start out of the gate with this impactful and hard feeling, showing all the negativity and the effects of something bad going on. And you're just feeling these tumultuous, vociferous feelings. And it's starting to build up and it's starting to build up. And then it goes sick and tired, tear me apart, then rewired. No matter what the cost, these feelings have to stop.
Sick and tired, tear me apart, then get rewired. No matter what the cost, these feelings have to stop.
As you can hear, there is an emphasis on the word stop, which shows the desperation and upset feeling that's happening to this person right now. Then it talks about the problem of feeling pressure and getting all this negative stuff pushing down on you, preventing you from any positivity in your life. Persistent pressure is squeezing out the joy and pleasure, stops to no extent, until there's nothing left. Oh, nothing left.
Persistent pressure is squeezing out the joy and pleasure, stops to no extent, until there's nothing left. Nothing left.
Listening to those lyrics, you realize no matter what you can do, nothing is going to combat these emotions. And you just start to feel the only way for things to stop is if they burst and break, and then you basically give up. Spare no expense in putting up all the defense. How much will it take until it bends or breaks? Oh, what will it take? Oh, until it bends or breaks.
Spare no expense in putting up all the defense. How much will it take until it bends or it breaks? What will it take? Until it bends or breaks.
And just when you feel like you can't take anymore, then the chorus comes in and it has this positive impact, showing how by believing in yourself, you can flip everything on its head and tell yourself you have the power to make it through. In times like these, when life gets tough, I'll show myself I'm strong enough. Oh, strong enough.
In times like these, when life gets tough, I show myself I'm strong enough. Oh, strong enough.
after that, there's this interlude with these lush harmonizing oohs that run about 27 seconds. And then in the background, there's this heavy hypnotic drum beat and steady, like da 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 from the guitars. The adding of the lyric, "Oh, what will it take?" to me really further emphasizes the points of force being exerted on this person. And then the lyrics, "Oh, strong enough," kind of indicate you're able to push it away once you bring in that, that Pollyanna moment and that optimism. And it just really solidifies the message of like unbridled optimism. When discussing the song, lead vocalist Zoe Collins had said that "Strong Enough" is a song written to defy feelings of doubt and self-helplessness when working through any obstacle that comes your way. The lyrics were written in a time that Pollyanna Blue were about to go into the studio to record vocals. The creative process can sometimes become a challenging place for any artist, and this pressure becomes the catalyst for the lyrics. In times like these, when life gets tough, I'll show myself I'm strong enough. I took the pressure of writing lyrics and put my positive Pollyanna spin on it and embellished this alt-rock anthem with real meaning. It's neat that even, the moment of writing the song and recording the song was a challenge to the musicians. And they took this negative thing, but then they transformed it into a positive message, showing that even though you could be stressed and under pressure, having optimism and having hopefulness is really important to get your way through the tough times. When it comes to the music part of the track, I find that it really seamlessly complements the lyrics. The lyrics start out slow and then they build up and then comes to a boiling point. And it has this ominous sound that just moves into a more upbeat, feisty feel that just pairs perfectly with like the oscillating lows and highs of the lyrics. And the thing that I really like about this is that there's this fun triple drum beat that is just like dum 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 dum. And it happens right before the chorus. And then it goes back to this steady pace at the chorus.
In times like these, when life gets tough, show myself I'm strong enough. Oh, strong enough.
Another high point of the song for me is where they repeat the chorus, or perhaps it's the bridge, because musically it does sound a little different from the rest of the song, but the lyrics are similar to the chorus. And then in the background, behind the lyrics, there's this clicking anthemic hook that is just so catchy. It really just gets your attention as soon as it starts.
It's times like these where life gets tough. I show myself I'm strong enough. In times like these where life gets tough, I show myself I'm strong enough. Oh, strong enough.
Then it goes back into the chorus again, finishing on this really amazing high note with this energetic, raw, rocking vocal harmony.
In times like these when life gets tough, I show myself I'm strong enough.
Overall, the dichotomy of themes of hopefulness and emotional upheaval is so wonderfully illustrated by their lyrics of self-discovery and vulnerability. And it's just paired with like this rugged elegance of this 90s, 2000s alt rock. With the effort and care that was put into this song, there is a love of crafting music and just looking to connect with those who are in need of solace and inspiration to find their own ways to be strong. When I was listening to this track, I sampled some of the other songs on their EP, and I have to say I really enjoyed all of them. I think what really appeals to me about this band is that it's got that 90s alt rock sound. They have this raw authenticity yet meticulous precision that is just somehow like edgy, but also has like a little bit of like a soft side. The first time I listened to this track, I got goosebumps. And it's just always so exciting when you listen to music and it physically affects you and physically touches you, and you're just like, wow, it's amazing how music does that. It's just, you're like, oh my goodness, this is such an impactful experience. And if you like music videos, I encourage you to check out the accompanying music video for this track. It promises to be a stylized performance that creatively mirrors the struggles and mentality of the creative process, offering a glimpse into the band's growth and evolution. I can leave links to these in the show notes. When it comes to sound and a similar artist, the band has said to be compared to the likes of Muse, classic Foo Fighters, Garbage, and Suede. They've also said to appeal to fans of 100th, Mallory Knox, Lower Than Atlantis, Nothing But Thieves, Fall Out Boy, and Vuvoki. And please forgive me if I'm pronouncing any of those incorrectly. I also get vibes of 90s bands like Hole meets Veruca Salt with a dash of Letters to Cleo. And the band's standout sound has also been receiving accolades from around the web. Their music has been called authentic, badass, with hooky choruses, sick riffs, and conscious lyrics by outlets Purple Revolver, Distorted Sound, Music Tube, Pure M Zine, and Real Gone Rocks. They have also had features in Ochi Mag, Joyzine, Music Republic, Broken 8 Records, PM Studio, Uber Rock, Ideotech, Listen Here Reviews, Games, Brains, and A Headbanging Life, the BBC, the Punk Site, Loud Women, and Amplify the Noise. And with all that being said, now it's time for you to take your own listen. We'd love to know what you think about the track Strong Enough by Pollyanna Blue. You can tell us in a comment on the podcast webpage. You can also leave an audio comment at the link on our Spotify page. If you want to listen to more of their music, you can find it streaming on platforms like Apple, Amazon, and Spotify. For more information on Pollyanna Blue, you can check out their official website, pollyanna.blue.com. You can also like them on Facebook at the handle Pollyanna Blue UK. You can also follow them on Instagram at the handle pollyanna.blue. If you're in the UK area and want to see them live, they will be supporting Mirror Talk at the Asylum 2 on March 29th.
If you're looking for more new music, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest podcast episodes and other artist features. You can also find more music features on our website at www.eatsleepbreathemusic.com. That is EATSLEEPBREATHEMUSIC.com. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.
Thanks so much for watching the Eat, Sleep, Breathe Music podcast. To find new music and learn more about what we do, you can check out our website at www.eatsleepbreathemusic.com.